This is one New York crowd, and this is another. Just a short drive north of New York City along the Hudson River lives a rural set of voters that will soon head to the polls. Candidates may not typically spend as much time campaigning in this area, but this group represents the backbone of the American middle class, and their politics are no less diverse than those in the city.
I currently support Bernie Sanders.
Personally, I wouldn't disqualify Trump.
At this stage of the race, many upstate voters are still on the fence, and in small towns like Altamont and Ghent, much like anywhere else, the economy is a top priority.
Agriculture gets hit probably as hard or harder than anybody. You hear the cows moo.
Phil Trowbridge is a seed stock producer in the cattle business. He describes his politics as pro-choice and anti-union, which puts him somewhere in the middle of the political spectrum. But candidates like Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders and some of his supporters disappoint him. He's not convinced that proposals like tuition-free college are viable business plans.
I'm not sure how they would think he's going to fund what he's talking about.
The number of workers in agriculture has declined over the years, along with its influence on U.S. politics. But the precarious nature of the business means farmers must still be politically aware. For New York farmers, policies such as the Farm Bill, crop insurance, and state minimum wage are important concerns, although they are hardly mentioned on the campaign trail.
Last Monday, we probably lost 50% of all our fruit buds in one night.
Peter Tenike, who owns a 120-hectare fruit farm just outside Altamont, New York, says the election for him is about small government. He says Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has paid her upstate dues, but feels there have been too many Bushes and Clintons in the White House already. Ohio Governor John Kasich, he says, might be a good alternative.
He's done a good job in Ohio, getting a big deficit removed and balancing a couple budgets.
Both Pete and Phil describe their work in farming as a way of life, and the way they treat their animals and the environment is how they would want their president to treat its citizens, with dignity.
Anyone who could say, who would vote for a woman with a face like that, how could you be proud of having that person be your president?
Pete and Phil also agree on personal responsibility. On election day, they say, you can't stay home.
If we don't at least try to vote the very best person we think could be president, then I think we're just not doing our job as citizens.
Ramon Taylor, VOA News, Columbia County, New York.